Yo, Marcus, low budget wisdom. So, we all know that there are people that we don't like, and there are people that we look up to. We aspire to be like them. We aspire to want to learn their qualities. We want to copy. We want to kind of become like them. And so, let me illustrate this. Let's say this middle person is you, right? And there are people who you deem to be good, the people that you look up to, the people that you aspire to be, and then there's the bad people, the villains of our lives, right? Our arch nemesis, right? These bad people have qualities that you suppress yourself, and the good people have qualities that you aspire to have yourself. And let me make this clear, this has nothing to do with other people. It is all about yourself, right? We are selfish. We are built to be selfish, right? So we always care about ourselves more than what other people say. As Marcus Aurelius said once, this Roman emperor, it I forgot how the exact quote goes, but it goes something like, I'm amazed at how we say we love ourselves the most, but we still look to other people to give us that kind of affirmations, to give us kind of like validation. We care about what other people think. So, do we actually love ourselves the most if we care about what other people think? And it goes back to, we are actually selfish. We want other people to give us validation because we have qualities that we want to aspire to be, to have. And if people give us validation, then that means we're doing something right. So the good people are basically someone that you already are, but it is still in the potential phase. It is not expressed outwardly yet. And so you look up to them thinking that these qualities that you want to have for yourself are out there. And if these particular people don't give you validation that, oh yeah, you achieved what I achieved, you are there, right? If they don't tell you that, then you feel down, you feel you have to go and achieve that, you have to put in a lot of work, which is more or less true. We have to put in some work in order to achieve our goals and what we aspire to be, the qualities, the characters, the personalities that we are trying to build. But why do we have to wait for permission from the people that we look up to as good? Why do we have to put them on the pedestal when we know that we already have that qualities within us? So we shouldn't treat these people as gods. We can like their personality, we can like what they have, but ultimately we have to realize that we ourselves have that within, and it just takes some effort on our part in order to cultivate, to grow those characters, those characteristics. So don't put them on a pedestal, because by putting them on a pedestal, it suggests to yourself that what they have is unachievable. That's why we put people on pedestals. The partner that we want, who we think are out of our leagues, we are putting them on a pedestal. The billionaires and the millionaires, people that you want to, we are putting them on a pedestal as well. People who have some certain accolades or titles in a particular company. So we respect them. We make ourselves feel small because we think that they are up there for some reason. We are putting them on the pedestal. So the people that we like, don't put them on the pedestal. Realize that you have the potential to get the same qualities or even better, right? So we have to be self-aware about what we truly want, what really truly matters to ourselves, and then cultivate that. And then the bad people, people that we dislike, that we hate, because it pushes our buttons, or it rubs, they rub us the wrong way, so we dislike them. We have to realize that they have qualities that we suppress. Ultimately, right? If someone tries to bully you, and you have this kind of sort of like resentment, that's suppression. You resent them, but you don't do anything about that. That's suppression of your emotions, of the qualities that you don't like. So maybe you might think, oh, arguing, expressing anger towards this person, even though this person is hurting me, is not good. I have to be saintly. I have to be, a calm person all the time. I have to be a good person. So I don't want to express anger. Unexpressed anger turns into resentment. And then it can shape shift. Those emotions that you suppress can shape shift within you to become guilt. You feel guilty because you feel like you have not looked out for yourself. You have not defended yourself. And then it turns into guilt. Guilt turns into depression, and then it transforms into confusion. It keeps on going through cycles of resentment, anger, and then you suppress the anger, it turns into fear. We have to release it from that cycle of confusion, fear, anger, suppression, resentment, guilt, depression, sadness, and all that anxiety. We have to channel it somewhere else, above that cycle, away. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transformed. It can only be changed, transmuted into something more useful, a more useful energy, right? So the people that you don't like, ask yourselves, please, why don't you like them? Why do you hate them with a passion? Why do you feel resentment towards certain people? Is it because you have suppressed your anger when the best thing, the right thing to do at that moment is to express anger? Is that why you hate that person? Because it reminds you that you are not telling the truth to protect yourself and the people that you care about. I'm not saying we have to express anger by punching them in the face. That is maybe not the best, but sometimes, if they're really physically harming you, you got to do something about that. If it comes from self-defense and self-love and self-respect, punching them in the face, you got to defend yourself sometimes, maybe. But most of the time, it's not that severe. Most of the time, the best way to express anger is to set your boundaries. Tell them off. Hey, I don't like how you treat me like that. It feels very disrespectful towards me, right? Set your boundaries. You can start off, if the first time that you tell them off in a nice, calm way, hey, I don't really like how you treat me. I don't really like how you talk to me like that in front of people like that. I don't really appreciate that. Please stop doing that, right? If they don't get it, and then you try another time, and it still doesn't work, then sometimes some people can only understand your frustration and your boundaries by being a bit more stern. We have to be more stern, direct to the point. Some people are not smart enough to understand, the subtleties of how you express your boundaries. Then sometimes you gotta really just try a different way. Hey, I don't like it when you do it like that. I really don't appreciate you talking about me in front of other people like that. I hope you don't do that ever again, and I hope you respect me. Some people have sometimes you gotta say things like that to certain people for them to register in their minds, right? Maybe they're slow. Maybe they have grown up in households where being stern is the only way that they can understand. Different people respond to different things, differently. So the bad people that we hate, discern for yourself, find out for yourself, go within and really try to understand why. Is it because of some suppressed qualities that they have that we don't want to look at? And we don't want to take responsibilities for all these emotions? That's why we hate them instead. That's the easiest way to push away responsibility. Blame other people. Blame them for how they act. Ultimately, it is ourselves. Nothing is actually outside of us, but we create our own reality and our perceptions within ourselves. Two different people can look at the same situation, but interpret it differently. So the good you have, the things that you aspire to be, you have it in potential within yourself. We have to look inside, look within, how we can bring those qualities and cultivate those qualities outward for ourselves. It's not about other people, right? It's about you. Understand that this is also you, and understand that this is also you. It is not about them. All right, thanks for watching, guys. See you guys in the next one. Have a good one.